Hello students. Today in this class we'll continue with the problems on mathematical induction. So before going to the problems, let's see once again what will be the statement of mathematical induction. So for given any statement, we have to check the given statement is true or false by using this principle. That is, we have to check for given any statement, we have to check the basic step, that is the first term of a natural number is true or false. That is P of 1 is true. Second, hypothesis. Assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k, means that P of k is true. And in the last, we have to show that the statement is also true for P of k plus 1. So we'll see one example. So this is the example. Let's see. Show that 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus so on plus 2n minus 1 is equal to n square, where n belongs to capital N. So it is a statement for, it is the sum of the first n odd natural numbers. That gives n square. The formula is n square. Now we have to check whether the given statement is true or false by using the mathematical induction. Now we'll see the proof. So let us assume that let P of n be a statement. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 so on plus 2n minus 1 is equal to n square. So what is the basic step? The basic step is we have to check whether the statement is true for n is equal to 1. P of 1 is true. Means if you put n is equal to 1 here, 2 into 1 minus 1. So again you will get only 1. Means the sum of the only one odd natural number. LHS will be 1 only. And RHS. What is RHS? If you substitute n is equal to 1, 1 square is equal to 1. So LHS is equal to RHS. Means we have concluded that the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. Next. So therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Next we will go for inductive hypothesis. So as it is true for n is equal to 1, now assume that we are assuming that the given statement is true for n is equal to k. Assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k. Now if you put n is equal to k in this statement, what happens? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus so on plus 2k minus 1 is equal to k square. Assume that this is equation 1. So now what we have to prove? So we have to prove for k plus 1 odd natural numbers is to be true. So that is our inductive step. Inductive step. That is, we have to prove the statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So for that, by using the inductive hypothesis, as it is a statement for k terms. Now, in order to get the next term, that is k plus 1th term, what number should be added for the equation 1? If you observe, there is a common difference of 2 for each in the for to get 3. If you add 1 to the previous one, you will be getting 3. If you again add 2 for the previous one, you will get 5. So similarly, as it is a kth term, In order to get the next term, k plus 1th term, add 2 for this one. That is 2k minus 1 plus 2. So 2k minus 1 plus 2 gives 2k plus 1. So that is the next odd natural number. So on adding 2k plus 1 on both sides of equation 1, that is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus on plus 2k minus 1 plus 2k plus 1 is equal to k square plus 2k plus 1. Now if you observe this, it is a statement for k plus 1 odd natural numbers. It is a statement for first odd k plus 1 natural numbers. If you simplify the RHS, k square plus 2k plus 1, it is a quadratic expression and we can factorize. It will be k plus 1 into k plus 1. That will be k plus 1 whole square. So if you observe, as it is a statement for n terms, so it will be n square. It is a statement for k terms, it is k square. So it is a statement for k plus 1. So what will be the answer? It should be k plus 1 whole square. So what we can conclude from this is, by using the principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true for all natural numbers. So what we can say is, by using PMI, principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true for all n belongs to n. So this is the formula for finding the sum of the first n odd natural numbers. Next, we'll see the next example. Now we'll see the next example. Show that by using mathematical induction, 4 cube plus 8 cube plus 12 cube, so on up to 4n whole cube is equal to 16n square into n plus 1 whole square. Means it is the sum of the n terms. It is the sum of n terms where 4, 8, 12 are the first, second, third terms. 4 cube, 8 cube, 12 cube are the first, second, third terms of the given series. Now we'll see the proof. So by using the mathematical induction, we have to show that it is true or false. So what is the basic step? So let assume that let P of n be a statement where n belongs to capital N. As the natural number starts with 1, so basic step. So we have to check the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. So P of 1 is true. How we can check? What is LHS? If you put n is equal to 1 in this, 4 into 1 whole cube, that is only you will get 4 cube. So LHS is equal to 4 cube, that is 4 into 4 into 4, that is 64. And RHS 16 into 1 square into 1 plus 1 whole square. So 16 into 1 square is 1, 1 plus 1 whole square, that is 4 into 4, that gives to 64. So the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. Next, inductive hypothesis. So assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k. Now we are assuming that the given statement is true for k terms. So what are the k terms? That is 4 cube, this is the first term, 8 cube is the second term, 12 cube is the third term, so on, plus 4k whole cube is equal to 16 k square into k plus 1 whole square. Now this is equation 1. Now what is our goal is to find out the given statement is also true for k plus 1 terms. So that is our inductive step. Inductive step, that is we have to prove the given statement is to be true for n is equal to k plus 1. If you observe clearly, in the equation 1, it is the sum of k terms. In order to get the k plus 1 term, then what number we have to add for the inductive hypothesis, that is equation 1. So if you observe, 4, 8, 12 are in arithmetic progression. If you see the second term, 8 is there. If you add 4 to the previous one, you will get 8. Again, in order to get 12, if you add 4 to the 8, you will get 12. Similarly, for the next term, what number should be added to, so that will be the k plus 1th term. So that is, for 4k you have to add 4 so that you will get the k plus 1 term. So on adding, as powers 3 are fixed, on adding 4k plus 4 whole cube on both sides of equation 1. 4 cube, 8 cube, 12 cube, so on. It is 4k whole cube. Next, if you add to this 4, if you add 4k to if you add 4 to 4k, you will get 4k plus 4. 4k plus 4 whole cube is equal to 16k square into k plus 1 whole square plus 4k plus 4 whole cube. Now on the LHS, this gives the statement for k plus 1 terms. Now if you simplify the RHS, what will you get? 16 k square into k plus 1 whole square plus, in 4k plus 4, 4 is common, so we can have 4 cube out and it will be k plus 1 whole cube. 16 here, 4 cube means 64. So among these two, again 16 is fixed, common, and here k plus 1 whole square and k plus 1 whole cube. We can take k plus 1 whole square out. K plus 1 whole square is out, it will be k square plus, out of 64 we have taken 16 out, so it will be 4 remaining into k plus 1. 16 times k plus 1 whole square into k square plus 4k, 4 into k, 4k plus 4 into 1, 4. So we will see this. So 16 times of k plus 1 whole square into k square. So what we can have is 16 k plus 1 whole square into, again k square plus 4k plus 4 is a quadratic expression. We can factorize, and this gives to what? K plus 2 into k plus 2. 16 times of k plus 1 whole square into k plus 2 whole square, or we can write 16 times of k plus 1 whole square, k plus 2 can be as 1 plus 1 whole square. So if you observe this, it is a sum of n terms. It is a sum of n terms. So the result is 16 n square into n plus 1. If it is the result for k terms, 16 k square into k plus 1 whole square. So this is the statement for how many terms? K plus 1 terms. So the what should be our result is 16 k plus 1 whole square into k plus 1 plus 1 whole square. That we have proved. So the statement is true. Hence, by using this mathematical indication, we can generalize that the given statement is true for all natural numbers. By using mathematical indication, we can, or by using mathematical, the statement is true. The statement is true for n belongs to n. Okay. In the previous two examples, we have taken the sum of the n terms, but in this problem, it is the product. It is the product of n terms. It is the product of n terms. What is the question? Show that 1 plus 3 by 1 into 1 plus 5 by 4 into 1 plus 7 by n into so on. So on 1 plus 2n minus 1 by n square is n plus 1 whole square. So we have to check whether the given statement is true or false by where n belongs to natural number. So how this is the nth term. We'll check the proof. So let P of n be a statement. So what is our statement is 1 plus 3 by 1 into 1 plus 5 by 4 into 1 plus 7 by n, so on up to the product 1 plus 2n minus 1 by n square is equal to n plus 1 whole square. So this is our statement. Now by using the principal mathematical induction, so we have to go for 3 steps. So what is the basic step? Basic step. So let P of 1 is true. P of 1 is true means what is 1 in the place of n is equal to 1. If you substitute, what happens? 1 plus 2 into 1 minus 1, that gives 1. 1 by 2 into, so it is not minus 1, it is plus 1. So if let P of 1 is true means in the place of n is equal to 1, what happens? 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1, 3 by 1 square means you will get only the first term. 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1, 3 by 1 square, that this is the term you will get. So what is LHS? LHS is 1 plus 3 by 1 square means 1 only. So what you will get? It will be 4. 1 plus 3, 4. And RHS. And RHS. What is RHS? If you put n is equal to 1 on the RHS, it will be 1 plus 1 whole square, that is 2 square, that is gives to 4. So LHS is equal to RHS means the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. Next, inductive hypothesis. So assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k. Means the given whatever it is, a product of k terms is k plus 1 whole square. So that is 1 plus 3 by 1 into 1 plus 5 by 4 into 1 plus 7 by 9 so on into 1 plus 2k plus 1 by k square is k plus 1 whole square. So that is equation 1. Now, so what is our goal? Is to prove that the given statement, the product of k plus 1 term should be also true. So in order to have the k plus 1 terms, as it is a product of k terms, so what is the number, what is the term should be multiplied? In this case it is multiplication, because the statement is a product of k terms. So inductive step. We have to prove the given statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So that is what number we have to multiply in order to get the k plus 1th term. So if you observe, in each terms, in the first term 1 plus, in the second term 1 plus, in third term 1 plus, in the kth term also 1 plus, means in the next term also it should be 1 plus. And if you see the next numbers 3 by 1, if you observe the numerator 3, 5, 7 are odd natural numbers and 1, 4, 9 are squares of the natural numbers. Now, so in the next term, what will be the next term is 1 plus, and here 2k plus 1 is there in the previous one. If you add 2, that is 2k plus 1 plus 2, that gives the next k plus 1 odd natural number. Similarly, in the denominator 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, here k square. So what will be the next term? K plus 1 whole square. So on multiplying, why I am going for multiplication? Because it is the given statement is the product of n terms. So in order to get the product of k plus 1, we have to multiply. On multiplying, 1 plus 2k plus 3 by k plus 1 whole square, because this is the k plus 1th term. 3, 5, 7. If you add 2 to the previous term, you will get the next term. So for this also, if you add 2, you will get 2k plus 3. In the denominator, 1 square, 2 square, 4 means 2 square, 9 can be written as 3 square, similarly k square. So what is our next term is, in the denominator is k plus 1 whole square. So this is the term we have to multiply on both sides of equation 1. So what will be 1 plus 3 by 1, 1 plus 5 by 4, so on 1 plus 2k plus 1 by k square into 1 plus 2k plus 3 by k plus 1 whole square is equal to k plus 1 whole square into, because we are multiplying both sides with this term, 1 plus 2k plus 3 by k plus 1 whole square. Now this LHS gives the product of k plus 1 terms, and if you simplify the RHS, what happens? K plus 1 whole square into, what is LCM is? K plus 1 whole square is LCM, and the numerator will be k plus 1 whole square plus 2k plus 3. Now k plus 1 whole square, k plus 1 whole square will get cancelled, and you will be left over with k plus 1 whole square plus 2k plus 3. If you simplify, now we can expand k plus 1 whole square. That is k square plus 2k plus 1 plus 2k plus 3. So which is k square plus 2k plus 2k 4k plus 1 plus 3 4, which is again it is a quadratic expression. We can factorize as the product is 4 and sum should be 4, so it will be k plus 2 whole square. Now if you see the statement, it is the product of n terms, so the answer is n plus 1 whole square. If it is the product of k terms, k plus 1 whole square. If it is the product of k plus 1 terms, in the place of n we have to substitute k plus 1. So what should be our result? K plus 1 whole square. That is, we got k plus 2 whole square. So by using the principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true for all natural numbers. So this is our example. Let's see one more example. The next example is using mathematical induction. Show that 2 plus 7 plus 12 plus so on 5n minus 3 is equal to n into 5n minus 1 by 2, where n belongs to natural number. Means it is the sum of n terms is n into 5n minus 1 by 2. Sometimes they may not be given the nth term, just they will simply put n terms only. So how to calculate the nth term? So if you observe, it is done. If you observe the first, second, third, 2, 7, 12. It is in arithmetic progression, and you know how to find out the nth term in a arithmetic progression. That is, Tn is a plus n minus 1 into d, where Tn indicates the nth term. Where Tn indicates the nth term of the arithmetic progression, A is the first term of this sequence and D is the common difference. So what is the common difference of each consecutive terms is 5. So A is 2 plus n minus 1 into 5. If you simplify 2 plus 5n minus 5, that gives to 5n minus 3. So that is our nth term. Means it is the sum of the n terms, and the result is n into 5n minus 1 by 2. So sometimes in the question they may give up to only n terms. First we have to find out what is the nth term, and then we have to simplify, we have to verify the given result is true or false. Now we will see this. So let P of n be a statement, that is 2 plus 7 plus 12 plus so on plus 5n minus 3 is equal to n into 5n minus 1 by 2. So basic step. Let P of 1 is true, means we have to check the given statement is true for one term, that is LHS. What will be first term of the LHS? 5 into 1 minus 3. 5 into 1 minus 3 means 5 minus 3. So LHS will be 2. And RHS. What is RHS? 1. If you substitute n is equal to 1 in the formula, that is 1 into 5 into 1 minus 1 by 2. That is 5 minus 1 by 2. That is 4 by 2, which gives to 2. So LHS is equal to RHS. So whatever the statement is true, given is true for n is equal to 1. Next, inductive hypothesis. So what we are assuming? Assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k. that is 2 plus 7 plus 12 plus so on plus 5k minus 3 is equal to k into 5 times of k minus 1 by 2. That is our equation 1. So that is our hypothesis. Next, we have to show that it is true for how many terms? K plus 1 terms. So that is our induction step. We have to prove the given statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1 by using the inductive hypothesis. So in this there are only k terms. It is the sum of k terms. Now what number should be added so that if you add then it will be a sum of k plus 1. So what will, as it is a kth term, what will be the k plus 1 term? If you observe the hierarchy like sequences 2, 7. If you add 5 to the previous one you will get 7. If you add 5 to 7 you will get 12. If you add 5 to 12 you will get 17. So similarly, if you add 5 to 5k minus 3, you will get the next term. That is, on adding 5k minus 3 plus 5, that is 5k plus 2 on both sides. On both sides of equation 1, that is 2 plus 7 plus 12 plus so on plus 5k minus 3 plus 5k plus 2 is equal to k into 5k minus 1 by 2 plus 5k plus 2. Now the LHS will be sum of k plus 1 terms. Now if you simplify, what you will get? You will see. If you take LCM, this will be 2 k times of 5k minus 1 plus 2 times of 5k plus 2. 5k square minus k plus 10k plus 4 by 2. So if you simplify, 5k square minus k plus 10k plus 9k plus 4 by 2. Now we can simplify, as it is the numerator is the quadratic expression. The product should be 20 and sum should be 9. So as it is a quadratic expression, we can factorize as 5k plus 4 into k plus 1 by 4. Now this can be written as k plus 1 into 5k plus 4. 4 can be written as 5 minus 1. Why we have to write in the 5 minus 1 term only? Because it is it should be in the form of n into 5 times of n minus 1 by 2. If it is k into 5k minus 1 by 2. But what is our result to be proved is k plus 1 into 5k plus 1, 5 times of k plus 1 minus 1 by 2. So this can be written as k plus 1 into 5k plus 5 means we can take 5 out. It will be 5k plus 1 minus 1 by 4. So it is the sum of k plus 1 terms, and what should be our result is k plus 1 into 5 times of k plus 1 minus 1 by 4. So by using the mathematical induction, the given statement is true for n belongs to all natural numbers. So this is the problem. Next we'll go for one more problem and last problem. We'll see one more, that is using a mathematical induction. The show that 1 by 1 into 3, don't think it is 1.3, it is the product of two numbers in the denominator. 1 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 7 plus so on, plus 1 by 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 is equal to n by 2n plus 1, 2n by 2n plus 1. So this type of statements are called telescopic series. Now we'll see the proof. Let P of n be a statement where n belongs to n. So basic step, P of 1 is true, means whatever the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. So what happens if you put n is equal to 1 on the LHS? LHS is equal to LHS 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1, that gives 1 into 2 plus 1, 3. So you will get 1 by 1 into 3, that gives to 1 by 3. And RHS, what happens? If you put n is equal to 1, 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1, that is again you will get 1 by 3. So the given statement is true for n is equal to 1. So next, inductive hypothesis. Assume that the given statement is true for n is equal to k, means the sum of the k terms is true, that is 1 by 1 into 3, 1 by 3 into 5, so on, plus 1 by 2k minus 1 into 2k plus 1 is equal to k by 2k plus 1. So assume that this is the equation. So it is a sum of k terms, and if you observe in the denominator, it is a product of two terms, like 1 into 3, 3 into 5, next 5 into 7, 7 into 9, and last it will be 2k minus 1 into 2k plus 1. Now what is our achievement is to prove that the statement is true for k plus 1, n is equal to k plus 1. Inductive step, we have to prove the given statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1 by using the inductive hypothesis. Now what number should be added for the equation 1? The next term is also numerator will be 1, and in the denominator it should be a product of two terms. If you observe 1, 3, if you observe the denominators 1, 3, 5, 7, it is the sum of it is the odd natural numbers. Similarly 3, 5, 7, so on. That will next number. What is the next number? What will be the next number? 1, 3, 5 means if you add 2 to the previous one, you will be getting the next term. If you add 2 to 1, you will get 3. Again, if you add 2 to 3, you will get 5. If you add 2 to 5, you will get 7. Similarly, if you add 2 to 2k minus 1, you will get the next number. Similarly, for second number, 3, 5, 7, so on. Again, 5. If you add 2 to the previous term, you will get 5. If you add 2 to 5, you will get next term. Similarly, if you add 2 to the 2k plus 1, you will get the next term. So, on adding 1 by, as 1 is fixed in the numerator, 1 by In order to get the next term, we have to add 2 to 2k minus 1. Minus 1 plus 2 into 2k plus 1 plus 2. That is 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 on, this is the number which exists on k plus 1th term. So this is the number we have to add to the inductive hypothesis on both sides of equation 1. 1 by 1 into 3, 1 by 3 into 5, so on, 1 by 2k minus 1 into 2k plus 1 plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 is equal to k by 2k plus 1 plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. So on the LHS it is a sum of k plus 1 terms, and now if we simplify, LCM is 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3 is LCM. So numerator will be k times of 2k plus 3 plus 1. So if you simplify, 2k square plus k 2k into k is 2k square, k into 3k plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. Now, as numerator is a quadratic expression, we can factorize as 2k plus 1 into k plus 1 by 2k plus 1 into 2k plus 3. So 2k plus 1, 2k plus 1 get cancelled. So you will be left over with k plus 1 by 2k plus 3. So which we can write k plus 1 times 2 times of k plus 1 plus 1, because 3 can be split as 2 plus 1, 2k plus 2 plus 1. So you can take 2k times of k plus 1 plus 1. See the observation. If it is n terms, n by 2n plus 1. If it is k terms, k by k 2k plus 1. So as it is a sum of k plus 1 terms, what should be our result is k plus 1 by 2 times of k plus 1 plus 1. That we have proved. So what we can say is, by using the mathematical induction, this given statement is true for all natural numbers. So practice few more problems like a telescopic series from your reference book, and we'll see one more concept, that is the statements on divisibility and inequalities in the next class. So thank you.